found a cannonball. Jesus Christ, look at the size of that. So today guys, I'm at a spot where they used to bring the ships in, just over here where these ships are, with yellow fever victims in the 1800s. So what they used to do is drop them off just down that hill down there, which I'll put some footage on later. So there's a little cemetery down there, but what I'm interested in more is up here. There was a camp, I believe, for all of the 1800s troops, the redcoats in Napoleonic times. So I did come out here last week for about 10 minutes and found an 1863 coin, a 1 penny, and some buckles and straps from the backpacks they used to use. So I'm gonna have a bit of an explore around this area and see what we can find. I'm just at the area where I think the camp might have been, so I'll show you quickly around. I've got signal over there which we'll dig in a minute, but yeah, so if you look down here, there's loads of fragments of clay pipes, some shells, bits of broken bottle, pottery. These are the old black glass bottles which are a good indicator of where the camp possibly was located. I'd say it's around this area somewhere, because it's quite an expansive area, so I think I'm going to head more down that way. But yeah, so just get back to the metal detector. So I've got a nice signal here of 17, just here somewhere. Lost it now, just there. So I'm going to give this a dig, and I'll let you know what it is. So just dug the hole, guys. So it was a little button, just a little 4-hole button. It will be late 1800s, I guess. But yeah, it's a good sign because it means people were here. So yeah, I'm gonna carry on around this little area a bit and see what we can find. So this is really interesting. So just found this in the same area. It's solid. I have no idea the age of this. I've not found one this big before. You can see by the size of my finger and hand. But yeah, I'll do a little bit of research on this because I don't know if it's Victorian or World War II. Just a weird shape. It doesn't look World War II. It looks a bit older to me, just because it's iron. Yeah, this is quite interesting. This is. I'll do a bit of research on this and let you know what I find out. So I just found this nice, chunky, if you're focused, there you go, decorative bit of pipe stem. It's quite nice days actually. I might keep that bit. I haven't got one with that much decoration on yet. But yeah, so there is some age around this area. Oh, there's a bit of china here as well. Yeah, I'll have a little play around here. There's some iron nails. I can see some iron nails on the floor. A weird pile of rocks here. I don't think it's a gravesite, just because it's random. It's not placed in any particular order. But yeah, I'll have a little hunt around this little area, see if we can find any more artifacts. So I've just came across this weird little cemetery. It's in the middle of nowhere. So it says here Trident Cemetery. I'll do a little bit of research and put a little bit of information up in a minute of what it was. I'm assuming it's a ship. But yeah, so there's 1, 2, 3 graves, it looks like. 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 there. And there's this weird circular thing with rocks around it. Not too sure what that was for. Then a stone wall around it. Yes, I'll do a little bit of research on this and just see what the ship was and how old the ship was. It does look like maybe over this way though there is there's a couple of pile of rocks there. I think they might be natural. I don't think they're grave sites. But yeah, I don't know whether there's some missing because there's only 3 in here, but then there's a big patch of land here. So yeah, do a little bit of research, quite interesting. So just had a nice 18 signal and just found this tiny little ring thing. I don't know if it's actually a ring or not. It might have some detail on there actually. It looks like it could be, it could be a small ring. I'm going to take that home and give that a clean up. Doesn't look like it's joined. but I can't see no hallmarks. I think it's copper, but yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. But I think that might be a small ring. I can't think what else that would be for. It's too rounded for a washer, and the shape of it looks definitely like a ring. So yeah, carry on. A bit of a iffy signal here, but I think it's underneath that tuft of grass. But I'm glad to dig this one because I've learnt on Ascension to dig pretty much everything, see what it is. So yeah, it explains why it was an iffy signal. It's just an old nail. Must have some copper in it because it was picking out quite a nice signal. But yeah, let's hurry on. So I was getting loads of signals around this little area, and there's loads of these. I think they're little 2-2s, but there's one there, another one there, another one there. That's a proper pistol bullet casing. Yeah, loads of little 2-2s all around this little area. So I will try and discriminate between them and just see if there's any dropped coins or anything. Just got this. It doesn't look like much, but it's obviously some kind of fixing or nail. But when I turn it around here, you can see there's a very crude broad arrow on it. So I know, I think it's early 1800s, they used to stamp pretty much the broad arrow on everything. This is quite an interesting find because you can see it's sort of been hand cut. Obviously a fixing for something. It's got a notch out the top there, and then some sharp bits on the bottom. But yeah, I'm 99% positive that's a broad arrow, very crude one. So we're in a good spot. Yeah, I will keep this. I'll give it a bit of a brush up, and we'll have a better look when I get back to the house. Finds are definitely coming in this area. So there's a little clasp or catch of something. Quite interesting. Yeah, no markings again. I think that ring thing I found earlier wasn't actually a ring. I think it's probably one of these. It looks very similar. But yeah, I think I found a little hot spot now. So there's clay pipes, stems everywhere around here. I'm actually in a little bit of a roady area. So yeah, we'll try that. There's a couple of mountains in the background. That's the main mountain on the island there, Green Mountain. So I'm just going to follow this path, guys. It's like a little bit of a crossroad. It's very hard to see. I don't know if you can see the rocks. I'll circle them on the picture, but you can see where the path used to be, marked with stones. So I just found this weird concrete pad. It says Boulder 1963. I think this is a PAA. Not too sure what PAA stands for, but yeah, Boulder 1963. I don't know if it was some kind of project back then, because there is obviously a lot of boulders around there. There's another tin there. It's also been cast because there's timber formwork around it. But yeah, if anyone knows what Boulder 1963 was, let me know. So, oh, I'm out of breath. So just heading in a bit further inland now. I'm a lot higher up. The sea's over that way, just below them rocks. But so you can see in the background there's a row of rocks, an old stone wall. So we'll check that out. I know there is some outposts around this area somewhere, but I've never found them. And I think there was a bit of a slave camp as well around this area. But yeah, we'll have a little hunt around and see what we can find. So the wall, I don't think it's actually a wall. I think it's just a bunch of stones looking like a wall to cover some cables. So this is definitely more World War II. So these are old communication cables for to link the radios. So I'm gonna follow this one and see how far it goes. Oh, unless that's the end here, but no, so it goes up that way. I can see it buried. So yeah, I'll follow it and see if we find a little outpost somewhere. So I think I've just found one of the biggest cannonballs I've ever seen, and it's split in half. Look at the size of this, guys. Jesus Christ, that's heavy. What do you think? I'd say that's definitely cannonball. Cracked in half though. I don't know where the other half is. It's not round this immediate vicinity, but yeah, that's absolutely huge. Look at it compared to my hand. Nice solid cannonball. So I'm getting quite excited about this position because if there's cannonballs up here, I'm a long way from the sea. So the sea is about 500-600 meters that direction. So yeah, let's carry on searching. So literally in the middle of nowhere now. Not lost, I know where I'm going, but I just found a little dump spot, black glass again. I just found this one, which I'll do a little bit of research on. So it says Cooper and Co Limited, IND. So it's nice chunky thick glass. I'm assuming it's got a bit of age to it. I think I can see a small wall over there, so I might check out that area. I'm gonna scan around this rubbish dump just see if anything else is here. But yeah, I will carry on. Oh, there's a big pile over there. We'll check that out after as well. Yeah, we'll carry on maybe walking that way because I've never been this way before. So, and we'll see if we can find this lost camp. So this is really interesting. So either this is an arrow someone's drawn, or could it be an anchor? Like, look at the colour of that. That's pretty. That's a little bit. Yeah, nice purple. There's more random greys around here, which is weird. Never seen these ones before. So there's one there, small one. One there. One there. One there. And it looks like these two could possibly be greys as well. Just the way they're laid out, but yeah, definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'd say, because it's got a cross on it. Oh yeah, definitely a cross. Yeah, 5. It's really old, that wood is. I don't know how old these greys can be. 6, another one here. The wood's pretty much gone. I think that's it, but yeah, it's a strange place as well. Quite far up from the main graveyard, so yeah, interesting. So this is supposed to be the roundup part of the video. I'm absolutely knackered now, so I got all the way out to the car with all my kit. All I've got with me now is a bottle of water, no detectors or anything. And the reason for that is that I got back to the car and didn't have my car keys in my pocket. So I just retraced my steps for an hour and they're here. Jesus Christ, that was hard work. But yeah, so lesson of the day, hold on to your car keys.